Hi, this lesson is called What Can We Do About Pollution? And it's from the Ethics, Economics, and Social Issues curriculum from the Council for Economic Education. In this lesson, students study ways to reduce externalities. To do this, they play a word guessing game in which they try to maximize the production of words while keeping noise, which is the externality, to a minimum. In the game, students try to guess a word that is acted out by one teammate by playing charades, where there's no talking, only gestures to guess words. Students can also try to guess the word by using talking in the style of the classic games Taboo or Catchphrase. Now, the version of this game using talking is much easier, but it creates noise. So with noise as a metaphor for pollution, the students do 3 different versions of the game that reflect classic strategies in environmental economics for reducing externalities. One way is called command and control, which is where government says how much and when people can pollute. The other is called taxation, where they can buy a permit from the government, and that gives them more time to use the noisy strategy to pollute. And then lastly, there's what's called Coasian bargaining, or property rights and bargaining, where students are given a permit to pollute, which they can then trade in a market and set a market price for it. I hope you enjoy the lesson. During the first round, what was the noise level?
49.5.
49.5? Oh my goodness. So, and the whole room was quiet at that point, right?
Yeah,
because nobody bought 2 noise permits, so the whole room was quiet. Actually, a little bit quieter on average, and that was on average, about.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Wow. Great. Good job, y'all. Okay. So the second minute, I shouldn't say round. The second minute, what was our noise level?
70.1.
70.1. Okay. All right. So everybody, it looks like our pollution tax scheme actually did work to some degree in reducing pollution. Let's give ourselves a little round of applause right there. Okay, very good. And let's see right quick how much we produced. So just the team leader, could you hold up the number of fingers that you produced that round? Oh, wow. We're up to 33, okay? Oh, wow. So our production increased kind of a lot. Let's give ourselves a little round of applause there, too. Okay. On average, the entire class was quieter and we produced more. If you did it a second time, would you buy more permits or fewer? Okay. Raise your hand if you think your group made the right choice in buying the number of permits you did. Okay, raise your hand if you would have bought more, do you think? Raise your hand if you would have bought less. Okay, so we're pretty happy with our choices. Now here's the question for the last round, is really what is a permit worth to you? Because in this last round, paying the tax, I set the price. I'm the government. I said it's a $2 tax for a noise permit. But this next round, we're going to let you buy and sell, and we're going to let you set the price, okay? This last version is called Coasian bargaining. That's what the strategy is, Coasian bargaining. In the worksheet I've given you, it's going to be called property rights plus bargaining. What we do in this system is I, the government, instead of setting the price of pollution, I'm just going to set the level of pollution. I'm going to tell you how much we can pollute. But then I'm going to allow you to create a market to buy and sell the permits to each other. Does that make sense? So I'm going to set the property right, then I'm going to let you bargain. So in a minute, you're going to get up and stand on your feet, and you're going to buy and sell with each other using the money that you got from your production already, from this money right here. There should be a total of $53 circulating in the classroom right now, round 1 plus round 2. So I'm going to give you just a few seconds to talk with your group about whether you want to buy or sell the 1 permit that you get, and what price you'll accept. What are you going to try to do when you buy or sell?
We're going to keep it. And not buy or sell it. Just keep it.
Yeah, because we only wanted 1 permit to begin with. So we're going to just keep it.
Well, go ahead and buy and sell your permit. You're in a market. Ready, get set, go.
You know, we could trade.
Oh,
We could trade.
Oh, we could trade.
No, we only have $2. So.
Yeah, we decided not to because it wouldn't be worth it.
I think that we shouldn't do any.
I don't think we need them. We didn't need them on the trades. Sam's a great actor.
We said we're gonna get one noise permit so that because like in the last round we made like 3 words and these are like 2 words cost, but I think we can get one for like $1 profit.
And I have a funny.
So, Dr. Rick, what was our decibel level during the first minute?
54.
54. And were we all quiet then, or did
Just one team.
we had one noisy group, and they personally contributed like 5 decibels of pollution? Group. Now you know how. Did you just give yourself a high five?
Well, it's lower than the first round when we all were quiet.
Oh, okay, good point. All right, Dr. Rick, what was the average decibels in the second minute?
76.4.
76.4. Okay.
That's what everyone was noisy.
Okay. Ooh, so that went up quite a bit, didn't it? All right. Now let's go and see how much money we made. All right. So team leaders, the ones who are making people guess, hold up the number that you got. 58. Wow. You all are really producing a lot of stuff. Okay, so our average pollution ticked up a little bit. You can see here over, I've measured this. So that's going to be about 65 on average. So you notice that in round 1 and round 3, we had an average of about 65 decibels of pollution. In round 2, with the tax, it actually went down a little bit. A key point of the game is that some companies are better at producing cleanly, while other companies can produce lots of stuff, but they can't produce very cleanly. Some companies are bad at both, and they're likely to go out of business. But if you're the group over here that was able to produce cleanly and efficiently, you're able to do it quietly, then the last group, the property rights and bargaining, you're able to trade away your pollution permit, which means that you actually benefit. You get an additional benefit by being clean, right? The companies that are dirty, like, you can still produce a lot if it's worth it to you, but you have to buy a permit to do that. So there's a penalty for being dirty. And actually, when this happens in real life, as you go forward, it creates an incentive to innovate and to create more clean technology, right? Anyway, what we see here with this last version is that in theory, you should have companies that are able to play to their strengths. If you have command and control is a really blunt tool, because what happens is, look at this, if you're really good, like this group was, at producing cleanly, you have no incentive to do that in the second round. Like, you're good at producing cleanly, but if you can do just a little bit more dirtily, you do that because you can. Why not, right? Whereas other groups, let's say that you're so productive and you're so good at producing, and you're doing something really important, like you're producing like the cure for cancer, but at that point the regulators say no, not allowed to pollute at all, right? And so you notice that there can be like a mismatch of priorities, where these other two systems are a little more flexible. The taxation system is actually, in theory, it can be the exact same as the permit system. The difference is that in one, the government sets the price and it lets the market decide how much to pollute. Where in the other one, we flip it and the government sets the pollution level and the market decides what